and welcome back to the Talk on Tour. Welcome to a very windy and very cold Cape Town. And I can't really complain much because I'm testing this. This is the new Jaecoo J7, and I have taken it somewhere up here and past Muizenberg. I took this here because I think it fits this location. So this is the Jaecoo J7, Jaecoo's latest introduction here in South Africa. And Jaecoo, you may wonder, what is Jaecoo? Jaecoo is another sub-brand from Chery. So Chery, I think you have seen it, Chery Tigos, the Tigo 4, Tigo 7 Pro and 8 Pro and whatnot. They have sub-brands, so they have Omoda and they have Jaecoo. The Jaecoo plays in a more luxurious and more stylish boutique kind of area. The J7 is here to compete with the likes of the Volkswagen Tiguan, your Kia Sportage. You can probably put the other H6 and whatnot. You can probably throw in the Audi Q3 and maybe Q5 a little bit. So what do you get here? Here you get a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine, which makes 145 kilowatts and 290 Newton meters of torque. This engine can be also found in other models of the Chery brand, such as the C5 GT, and it is paired to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission here. So you get 3 derivatives to choose from. You have the entry-level Vortex, you have Glacier, and then you have the top derivative Inferno. Currently, we're testing the Glacier derivative, which is set just in the middle. On the outside, you can see it has a very boxy and very stylish fascias to it. One of the first things that you might notice when you approach the car has to be these checkers style headlights. And if you move to the side, you're gonna get 19-inch alloy wheels, which are black and silver tone, which they look very interesting. And the fenders here on the side looks very flat, and they have these creases and lines that makes them look quite muscular. You get the same boxy shape continuing here with the side mirrors. They look a little bit similar to what you see in the Land Rover Defender or Range Rover. The doors are very flat and very big. They're very heavy. They have a good grip and good closing sound to them. You get these flushed mounted door handles. You can see the same boxy design carried on here, even here at the back. You get a very flat looking target here. You get the light bar that ties in very well with these taillights. They do look quite a bit small, but they're very well integrated to the rear quarter panel. You get Jaecoo emblem here, and then you get this J7 to remind you that you're driving a J7. If you pay close attention, you see that we have 2 exhaust ports here, which sadly they are fake. As you can see, if I try to touch it through, they do not go through. There is an exhaust pipe down there. But what you do get here is an electric opening tailgate. This is rated, the boot space is rated at around 412 liters for the lower derivative, but they can go up to 500 liters in the top derivative Inferno. You get 2 LED lights here. You get a 12-volt power socket and this parcel shaft, which closes up nice. You also get speakers here at the back, which I think are very good, but overall it looks very nice here. The rear seat can be folded into the 60-40 splits configuration, which will give you more space and more access inside the cabin if you want to store more items and whatnot. You get shopping hooks here on the side, and I think it's a very, very well designed and fair luggage space here at the back. Let me pull this and cover it, and electric target looks nice. You also get this high mounted tail light brake and a roof spoiler, which looks interesting. You get roof rails at the top, which I don't think are practical because you get the panoramic sunroof here. And I'm not too sure how much weight they are rated to be able to carry. But overall, I do like the design of the J7. It looks very attractive. And if you kind of like the look of Range Rovers and Land Rovers, this will pretty much, fill up that gap if you not really have that budget of Range Rover. So, inside the cabin of the Jaecoo J7, well, you find a very nice and very beautifully designed interior space here. It is very comfortable, filled with high quality soft touch materials. You get leather throughout the whole cabin. You get a nice pattern here, which feels kind of rubberized leather-ish on the dashboard here, which feels very interesting to the touch. even to the look, has a very nice pattern to it. On the lower side, you see this, not sure if it's plastic or chrome trim, but there's a chrome trim with some black stripe to it. Adds another texture to the interior, looks very appealing and very luxurious, like something that you would probably expect in a more expensive car. So besides that, the interior feels very nice. It is a very nice place to be. There's minimal road noise when driving on the road like this. You know, kept on as notorious for having strong wind on the highway. Here I can't really hear it much. You do hear a little bit of road noise, but yeah, it's not very effective. It's not very high, so I can live with that. One of the most notable things here in this interior space has to be the infotainment screen. So the Jaecoo J7, from the Vortex to the Inferno top derivative, comes standard with a digital screen of portrait style here in the middle. This screen is massive. Every time when someone sees it, they're always wondering, is that a TV? Is that a tablet? What is it? It's a screen. Everyone thinks that it comes from Tesla, but yeah, it is kind of an idea where the design comes from Tesla and all those how do you call it, electric cars. And yeah, this screen is a 14-inch 14.2-inch touchscreen display, which comes compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly. One of the things that I don't like so much has to be the fact that they've hidden all the aircon functions on the screen here. There's no physical button here at the bottom. Even for the volume button, you can't control your volume. There are no volume knobs, whatnot. You can either control it on the steering wheel, or you have to press it on the steering wheel and get the volume button logo to pop up on the screen and use that to control your volume up and down. So your passenger doesn't really have the freedom to go up and down with the music, which kind of is good because you can control everything that you want here. But yes, this is what you get on the screen. Besides that, this interior is a very nice place to be. First of all, this panoramic sunroof is a very attractive thing about this car. It looks very nice, brings in a lot of light inside the cabin, which is a very good thing because a lot of people buying in this segment, they want the panoramic sunroof, they want the soft life vibe. So this definitely gives soft life vibe here. Another talking piece about this interior has to be the gear lever. This gear lever looks like a fighter pilot, I don't know, joystick or something. Yeah, it looks quite interesting. It has a very good grip to it. Works, it looks nice. I think it's a new design. It's something that stands out. And I think Jaecoo has nailed it in terms of that. Here in the center console, you get other controls for your driving modes. This being a Glacier derivative, you can only switch it to 3 driving modes. So you have Eco, Normal, and Sport mode. Up front, you get wireless charging, which is rated at 50 watt, which is very good. It does charge your phone. It's not just there to warm your phone up, but it does work. You also get another side there where you can store your key, and I think it charges the key and keeps it warm. You get 2 cup holders here on the side, which are very useful and very essential. This being the mid-spec Glacier, you get a Sony sound system, which I believe has 9 or 12 speakers. You get a lot of inspiration cues coming from something you think like a Land Rover or Range Rover. If you look at the air vents, they look like they're coming from a Land Rover Defender or something like that. Even these controls here on the door, even the door handles, look like it comes from a Land Rover Defender or Range Rover, which is not a bad thing. You know, it's pretty good. The seats are very comfortable. They do get heated function and ventilated function with this Glacier and top derivative Inferno. And the entry level, I believe you only have heated functions, but here you have all the good functions. You even have lumbar support on the side, 7-way adjustable back and forth, and this front passenger seat has adjustment from the side here. So if someone is at the back is complaining in terms of knee room or leg room, they can always push it and it will adjust forward and however they want. So what is it like to drive the Jaecoo J7? Well, the Jaecoo J7 drives very good. It feels very premium, I have to say. The steering wheel has a good weight to it. It feels very nice. It's not too assisted, not too soft, and feels very good. Travel calibration is a little bit better compared to its counterparts like the C5 or even like the Cherry Tigos and whatnot. You still get that slight, excitement from the accelerator having to launch forward a little bit more than you want, but it's not as bad as you will find in the C5s, which they have revised actually with the latest C5X. And yeah, I think this is very good, very well calibrated. So you get 145 kilowatts and 290 newton meters of torque. I think this is plenty of power for a 5-seater family car. I don't think this car lacks in power. Every time you want the car to shift gear, like now I'll try to overtake. The 7-speed dual clutch transmission is very quick at selecting gears and get you going, so I don't feel the car lagging or missing any power. I think this 1.6 liter turbocharged engine combined with the 7-speed dual clutch transmission is a very good combination. In terms of drivability, it is very good. When it comes to fuel consumption, Jaecoo claims that this J7 can average somewhere around 7 or 8 liters per 100 kilometers, which I think it is good. I don't think you can really reach it, but yes, during my time of this Jaecoo J7, I've been averaging somewhere around 9 to 10 liters per 100 kilometers. The lowest I saw, I think, was like 9.2, but right now I'm sitting at 10.4 liters per 100 kilometers. When it comes to safety, the Jaecoo J7 comes with a full suite of features that you can think of, from the basic features such as your ABS, ESP, EBD, and all the B's and C's and all of that, traction control. You get all of that. And on the advanced side, especially for this Glacier derivative, you get things like your lane keep assist, forward collision warning, rear collision warning, 360-degree park assist camera. You get, I don't know, pretty much everything that you can ask for. You get ISO fixed child seat encouragement at the back. You get child monitoring. You get even driver focus monitoring here. With a starting price of almost 550,000 Rand, this Jaecoo J7 takes quite a lot of boxes compared to what you would get if you go on the German side. If you go, let's say, for Volkswagen Tiguan, if you go for an Audi Q3 or Q5, if you go probably for a Mercedes variant like a GRA or something like that, you'll have to pay quite a little bit more. But I think what Chinese manufacturers have done is they filled cars with tech, all the safety features at a very good and attractive price. Like this Glacier starts at 579 or 580,000 Rand, which is pretty much a full suite of all the features that you can think of from an expensive car. So you get all the nice tech features, safety features. You get a very responsive powertrain and a very well acquainted interior space. As you can see, it is very comfortable. And a lot of my friends and a lot of people that I have shown this car to, they have really loved it. They have said, why go for those Jaguars, Land Rovers, Audis, and whatnot when you can pay a fraction of the price to get all of this here? There isn't really much to fault about this Jaecoo J7. It ticks all the right boxes, and with its attractive price point starting at 549,000 Rand for the entry-level Vortex, you can't really ask much more than this for that price, because you actually get more than what you want, like literally. Because if you compare it to the German side, you compare it to the Audis, the Mercedes, the BMWs, you would get less. You get base spec with less features compared to what you get here at this Jaecoo J7. Yes, there's always that question of reliability and whatnot, but I think it's something to definitely try out, especially if you're shopping in the budget. Like if you're looking for something very comfortable, something that will suit your family and with a little bit of a chic and boutique lifestyle and style to it, I think the Jaecoo J7 is worth considering. It takes all the right boxes when it comes to family SUVs with all the safety features and tech features that one may ask for a very, very low price point. So definitely worth considering. And if you're shopping on a budget, I would definitely recommend you to add this Jaecoo J7 to your short list.